Hi there, this is Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine. I'm here at ToyFair 2019 at the Jacob Javits Convention Center in New York City. I'm here with Erik Arana. What's up, Erik?
How you doing?
All right. Erik is from Boss Fight Studios. This is a new company. Technically, it's not new. It's been around for a while, but it's new in the sense that they're starting their own thing. So with that, here's Erik. He's going to talk about what's new coming from them, why he's here, and how the company got started.
Okay. How y'all doing? So yeah, Boss Fight Studio, we're about 6 years old. We started 6 years ago with our Kickstarter to kick off the initial Greek series of Vitruvian hacks, and the as well as the customization segment of the blanks. Since then, we've been going full steam as fast as we can to get as much product out as we can. We hope to grow and hope to get bigger. And here we are at our first Toy Fair, hawking our wares.
And what are some of those wares?
So a lot of, as always, our Vitruvian hack series is our primary line. We have our basics, which is our 1999 line with less deco and fewer accessories, but it's still built on the same system. This year, it's mostly based on fantasy, but it'll also have one zombie survivor character in it this time. Coming up, we're going to have our new Series Z our twist on the zombie apocalypse series. We'll be starting to kick off with the irradiated undead over here with the special one-off containment unit packaging. And then from there, our line will kind of go into, the more well-known Vitruvian hack style of the card. You can see we're trying to play with the zombie concept a little bit, where characters have bludgeons and are kind of makeshift making weapons and stuff to fight zombies. We have Antonio Aviles, the boxer turnbuckle biter, who's a boxing zombie, and the brain eater, who's a pretty traditional zombie, and Louis and Miles Jean, the fortification specialists.
Which one is down there?
That one's down there at the end. Louis and Miles Jean. Then below here we've got our Sam and Max line coming up later this year. Sam and Max, respectively, and they come with a lot of stuff. As usual, we've packed in as much articulation as we can, interchangeable hands, lots of accessories, swappable heads with different expressions. Sam and Max is a fantastically fun brand to work on, and with just brilliant designs. It's so great to work on, and one of my favorite things in the whole thing is the animated looking gun that's kind of bent like a animation drawing. Below here we've got the continuation of our popular Bucky O'Hare line. We've got Mimi LeFleur, the first time being made as a figure ever. We've got our repaint of the Toad Stormtrooper in animation colors. And we've got our giant Bruiser. And he is just huge and heavy, and he's been a huge success with us so far on pre-order, so we're very happy about him. Over here, we have our new line coming later this year as well, I Am Brilliance, and it is a aspirational career fashion doll aimed at young women, young girls, and everybody will come with a pet. Everybody will, full clothing, and we're going to push the career part of it more than the fashion stuff, and we're always on the lookout for kind of careers you wouldn't think of at first. So our first figure is an ornithologist.
Which would be what?
Trina. An ornithologist is
studies birds.
Oh.
She studies birds. And we have a couple others coming, including a veterinarian and... crap, I can't remember the rest of them.
I think some deal with prehistoric dinosaurs.
Yeah, we're gonna be, a lot of it's gonna be based in the sciences and stuff like that. We have some sketches over at the other end of the booth. When we get over there, we can look at those for the next couple of characters. So yeah, we're trying to kind of push trying to help little girls go
in a different route.
Have a different view of what they can do and what they can be.
You don't have to be a secretary.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to be the nurse. You can be the doctor.
You don't have to work at McDonald's or anything like
exactly.
that. Which is nothing wrong working at
No,
McDonald's.
absolutely not.
But other things that you could do.
Yes.
Also, is it going to have rooted hair?
Yes, rooted hair, as well as fabric clothing, and we're referring to them as an action doll. Mm-hmm. They have more articulation than the standard doll. They'll have wrist and elbows, knees, hips, stuff like that. We do recognize that a lot of dolls just don't have that much movement to be to naturally sit on a bicycle, say.
Okay. Besides that, excuse me there. The horses.
We've also got, our popular customizer series blanks will continue with new colors, and we are hoping to actually do some changes to the blank parts in the next year or so, including new heads and new hands and stuff like that added in, but we don't have a schedule on that yet, but it is in the plan. And of course we have our Mighty Steeds line, starting with our basic horses, like our basic steeds, like Kawiki and Shield and Socks over there. And then we've also got our creature add-on kits, like our Dark Pegasus and our Light Pegasus / unicorns. We have our basic tack kits that are the reins and saddles, and then we have our deluxe tack kits like the full armor. And we have our Kickstarter exclusive Sarah Francis and Sugar Skull. The Sugar Skull is my favorite of our horses so far. I have more back here too. So, over here, some other stuff that's coming out soon that we don't have physical samples of yet, but we do have digital sculpts, is our next series of mini kits, our blind boxes. We have an alien set, we have a luchador set, we have an Aztec god set, a mantis man, a chef, and a set of vampire things. And these are to go with our blanks. So you get them, they're one color, you have to paint them up, but they'll clip onto your blanks, and then you can customize and create your own characters with them. This is our I Am Brilliance illustration work. We have a veterinarian, we have a wildlife photographer, and those are upcoming in other series. We'll also be continuing our series of character kits, which is our fantasy accessory kits, in one color again for customizing. It goes with your blanks. We've got our Wolf Gray set, our Monk's Brown, our Ranger Green, and our Hellfire Red. Our popular fantasy blanks will continue as well. Hellfire Red Demon Kit, Reptile Green, Ruby Metallic to match our Ruby Metallic character kit that came out previously, and our Deep Forest Brown. And there are pieces in here that have not been released any other way yet, like some of the heads and arms, these crazy beast feet. One of the elf heads is like an angry elf. This is from Wave 2 of Series Z. And again, playing on our kind of quirkiness, we've got Alex, the museum curator, who when the zombie apocalypse broke out, he raided his museum for weapons to fight.
Why not?
Our Hannah and Alice are private school athletes. Our Magenta Gals is a gang that all got turned into zombies at the same time, and they still roam around together. Our Officer Zed, an undead police officer who carries his rusty weapons, but he doesn't really know what to do with them anymore. And they no longer work. And then there's some more artwork for our kickoff figure, our irradiated undead. Over here we have, this is our preview of our next wave of fantasy figures, Wave 6. We have the return of Steno, who is still alive since the Gorgon War, but she's a fallen necromancer now as her power base has been destroyed. She's still trying to gain her power back and her status back. We have Queen Sullen, the Elven Monarch, in full armor, and she's just amazing design, so much fun. And our Fairy Warrior, the Winged Terrors, they're an army builder of like fairy troops. And their weapons are based on stag beetle parts, giant stag beetles. And our female Knight of Accord, our sculpt isn't quite finished yet, but she'll be very similar to the existing Knight of Accord with gold and silver and blue. Up here we have some sample packages of some of these, the zombie Wave 1 and 2 and the Fantasy Wave 6. As well as our Wave 5 of Fantasy, which is on the water and will arrive in our warehouse any second now. And then these are our previous existing waves, which are all currently in stock at our warehouse. Of course, we have the in-stock Bucky O'Hare line, which we are continuing. Got, our Bucky, our Jenny, our Deadeye Duck, our repaints of them, and our Toad Stormtrooper in his basic colors. And he, comes with his hat and his different heads and hands and weapons and... And over here we have some samples and packaging samples of our horses. But really what we have that's really cool over here is the Gladiator kit, which is our new accessory kit series, our deluxe accessory set series of fully painted, newly sculpted parts. And you get enough parts in there to build one female and one male gladiator. So that's boss fight. That's what we're showing this year. We have a lot more surprises coming in the coming months. Stuff that we can't announce just yet, but we have a lot of surprises. Trust me, it's going to be a big year for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. And I'm Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine here at ToyFair at the J.K. Convention Center in New York City. With that, take it easy, everybody. I will catch you all later.